Welcome, everybody. I know I'm late tonight. Welcome to the show. I'm having a bit of a case of the Mondays with everything going on. I had some technical difficulties, which is why I'm 37 minutes later than I want to be getting on here, and it's been a frustrating day. Frustrating in a in the respect that it's nothing that I can't get overcome, but enough frustration that it can make me angry. So who am I to tell you about being angry? Well, I'm a nobody. My name is Stuart Davis. I'm a deacon at a small church just outside of Richmond, Virginia. I'm not a pastor, not a biblical scholar, haven't been to seminary. I'm not trying to get you to join my church or donate to any special cause. What I'm here to talk about is Christian related issues, give you some insight, a, a glimpse into the mind of an average everyday Christian, one who's been one all of his life, comfortable in his faith, but still trying to work out every day in the best way possible. A way to reach out and talk to other people, maybe convince them to start a relationship with Christ and better myself because every day I run into issues where I could be better. It's a constant path of improvement. So, if you're interested in starting a relationship with Christ, if you're curious about what it's all about, welcome to the show. Hope you tune in and ask questions, comment, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I'll do what I can to help you, help guide you. If you're not ready to walk into a church, you had a bad experience with the church, then that's great. That's great that you're still okay with reaching out. And I want you to continue that thought process. Now, if you are an established Christian, you're comfortable in your faith, and you just like listening to people talk about Christian or faith related issues, hey, welcome to the show as well. That's what it's all about. It's all about talking about God, whether you're a novice, whether you're an expert, whether you're somewhere in between. I'm somewhere in between. Look, the show's for us. The show's for us, and the show's for God. So, like I said, comment like Mr. Fig Newton. Good morning. Good evening from me. Good morning to you, sir. And comment. Let me know what your thoughts are on any given topic that we're talking about at the time. And I promise you, I will read it. So, we're not doing any Levitical reading, and I didn't get on Friday. Friday, I had a lot going on. We were doing some stuff for my son. He's starting soccer practice. The soccer season is getting ready to ramp up. This is his first year. It's his first year doing soccer. I played soccer for many years, played soccer in the Army, played soccer all over the place. I love playing soccer. Don't like watching it so much. Find it kind of boring. Don't like the flopping. It's kind of a slow game when you're trying to watch it. Much more fun when you're playing it. So I like to make jokes like soccer's for women when you're grown up. And that's just been the thing. It was very time consuming getting him the equipment he needed, and we had some other stuff going on, so wasn't able to do a stream on Friday. No big deal. And then Monday rolls around, and it has been a case for me. All right, have some stuff going on at work that's just hectic, and a little bit irritating, but it is what it is. You get those things. It's part of your workday, and sometimes it gets you down. Sometimes those hiccups, sometimes those gremlins, sometimes that news that you get or the work that you're doing or that boss that you have might get you down. And that wasn't what set me off today. What set me off today, folks, is the Cincinnati Reds. I am a baseball fan, right? First sport I ever liked when I was growing up as a kid was baseball. Been a Reds fan all my life. Cincinnati Reds, love it. Look in the back over here. I got a signed Johnny Bench baseball. Got it autographed, encased in gold, or got his rookie card encased in gold. It's a thing for me. Now, football for a while, I watched. I was a little bit more interested in, but I always came back to baseball because baseball to me is a pastime that kind of slows you down. As a society, we are so fast paced. We are so just go, 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 go. Even when we're at work and when we're at home, few things that we have at our that we consume cause us and almost force us to slow down. Now, baseball might be a little bit too slow, and they are doing things to improve the game. But one of the things it is some place where you can go sit down and watch a ball game, and and it runs at a pace that you can't make it go faster. There's no clock on there. There's no clock on there to tell you how much time's left on the quarter. An at bat can last one pitch, or it can last it can last 16 pitches, depending on about how things go. And the pitchers, baseball, and the batters, they like to take as much time in between pitches as possible. It's a pastime. It's not necessarily a sporting event. It is a pastime, and I enjoy consuming it, enjoy watching it. But as a Reds fan, it has been difficult because what we do all the time is we create this team. We've got some good players. We look like we're going into a good direction. We hit a bump in the road. Owner sells everything, trades our best players, sends all that stuff packing. And we had a good season last year. We had a good season going in. Very last month of the season, the wheels fell off, and we didn't make the playoffs. We were behind a very good Brewers team, and that was a difficult thing. But so, I'm watching my phone giving me updates now that the season that baseball's coming back, that they've reached this agreement. And out of nowhere, there's a trade with the Reds. I'm like, okay, cool. We did one yesterday. It wasn't my favorite, but it looked like we were going in a good direction. Traded Sonny Gray. He was a pitcher. He had a couple years left on his contract, and he was pretty good for us, pretty good contributor. And we traded him, but we had other good pitchers coming up. We had other good pitchers coming up. We needed spots in the rotation to give them a chance. And when the team gets really up and running, he's probably not going to be there. We traded him for a very good first round pick from last year's draft. It was great. It seemed like a smart move. Then today happens. Today we trade the only remaining all-star outfielder we have on the team, the other one left in free agency, which the front office has indicated they have no intention to re-sign. We traded him and our third baseman, who struggled a little bit, still hit 36 home runs last year, but struggling third baseman, for next to nothing. So in essence, before spring training has even started, the team that I intended to watch has already given up the season. Already paid for MLB, for my MLB package. I get a nice little discount from being a veteran, so it's not too bad, but it's very, very lucrative. I guess I'll be watching other teams this year, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to stomach watching my team lose game after game after game. It's frustrating. Pisses me off. Puts me in a bad mood. Called my uncle about it, just to talk to him about it. I asked him, he goes, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm at work. It's like 5:45. I didn't know you were still at work, but hey, guess what? This happened. I ruined his day. Made me feel a little bit better to get it off my chest. Frustrating. Just frustrating. I was looking forward to the season. Wasn't expecting a World Series. Wasn't expecting a deep playoff run. I just wanted us to be competitive. And the one thing is very low, the sign, right? That our expectations to you were very low, and then Christianly inappropriate sign below that. But my expectations were so low for the season. I didn't think that I would have that big of a problem with it. But now I'm a mess. So what can I get for that? What can I get from that? What do we do when things in our life make us angry that are relatively trivial? We're not talking about like you or a family member have a significant medical issue, or you are without a job unexpectedly, and you've got bills to pay and you're living paycheck to paycheck, or you find yourself maybe in the middle of a war zone one day, because it happens in some places in Europe. I mean, like, those are significant things that cause legitimate stress and really can wear on us and test us. What I'm talking about are what we like to call first world problems, right? Like when Popeyes got rid of the chicken po' boy sandwich. It upset me. It upset me. Or when the Reds do what they do, which is so, so trades all-star players for prospects. We never have a good team because we're always trading for prospects because we might have the next good team when we never do. So what is the tedious thing to do? This has always been kind of my issue. God wants us to pray. God wants us to ask him for things that we want. I think he's asking us to be a bit mature about how we do that. So it's not one of those things where I can I feel like it's something worth praying. Praying for sports is something I did as a kid, right? 'Cause that's grew up kind of sheltered. I had a great childhood. My problems were all of my own doing, not of my parents doing. Um, but it was my childhood was good enough that when I prayed for my teams to win in sports, especially when my favorite team was playing my brother's favorite team. That's a little bit more. That's a little bit more serious. But what do? We don't pray for that. That's not how a mature person, someone who understands their faith, knows is to pray for something very petty. But it feels like so. So what do we do? Does that mean it's okay for us to get upset? To a degree. You're allowed to be irritated. You're allowed to be frustrated. You're allowed to be angry. I've said it on the show before. Anger is something that sometimes gets the better of me. Sometimes I lash out and yell. Sometimes, if, my fellow mechanics understand. If you're out there working on your vehicle, or at work working on something, and that bolt just doesn't want to come out, or it rounds off, or you hit your knuckles on the frame of the vehicle, or something, and it can send you into a fury. Not one where you're going around punching people. It's not okay. Do not. It's not okay to act out physically on people around you. But mind you, depending on if you start slinging inanimate objects around and slamming them into the ground or whatever, be mindful of what you might break. I have I've broken my fair share of controllers. I just have, and I have to live with that because I have to buy new ones when I break my video game controllers. But that's what it is, dealing with first world problems. After you, like I said, it's okay to vent, okay to be frustrated, okay to be angry, annoyed, have it be in a bad mood because something didn't go your way, or something didn't go your way, and will continue to not go your way, like me in the Cincinnati Red season. But what we should use this for is a constructive point, to count on the fact that we can be so concerned with this because we are so blessed. We're blessed enough that we're not worried about when our next meal is going to come, where our next meal is going to come from, where if we're going to get hit with indirect fire in our own house, that we have a house. We have first world problems. Count your blessings. I was talking about this I mentioned this on Facebook the other day, because it was after the stream that I did with Eric Roll, the last stream that I did with Eric Rollon, and uh, I mentioned that, hey, I reached out to him, not thinking that he was going to respond at all, and not only did he respond, but we hit it off as friends, play video games from time to time. We're several states apart. We play video games sometimes. We trade jokes online, and good internet friend, right? Good internet friend, good guy. And when you sit down there, and not only that, he's done me the favor of telling other people when he's going to be on my show and to check out my show. He's helped me in something that I'm trying to grow. He understands that and he appreciates that. That's a blessing. That's a blessing right there. Slow down when you're frustrated, or when you're cooling down from your frustration. Start to remember what's in what you have to be thankful for. Your health, your friends, job, that you got one. These things are important to kind of level your your mood. I'm frustrated. I'm still frustrated. I'm seething the entire ride home, um, which is about an hour commute for me. Seething the entire ride home, and got home, and then seethed some more, and now I'm up here talking about it. I feel better. I feel better because I'm talking about things that I'm happy about. I got two awesome kids that I love to death. One starting soccer. He wants to play. I can't. The practice is thankfully a time I can help the coach. I'm not coaching, but I get to be there. I get to be there and be a part of that. I get to sit there and teach him what I know, watch him play, watch him grow on things. My daughter's doing her thing with her hobbies. It's awesome. I'm glad. Some people don't get that chance. Some people don't get that chance, or they have to work harder with that, or some people are struggling because they've made mistakes in their past and they deal with things like addiction and they don't have their kids and they can't get out of a rut. They can't stop getting out of their own way with their own addictions, with their life choices. It doesn't necessarily mean make a person bad, but it does put a person in difficult positions. It does put a person in, does give them kind of a bad life that they're living. And for what? One mistake? I could have made that mistake. I could have in a day that I wasn't going my way, done something stupid. Um, could have had an accident with my car, whether I was under if not being under the influence, because I have a I have an 8 hour alcohol policy when it comes to me. But you know, maybe I was reaching down. Maybe at one of the few times that I might have answered a text or something, or maybe I reached back to get my kids to stop arguing, hit somebody, hurt them real bad, did something really bad, and then they sued me, and then out of house and home. Bad things can happen to good people. Good people can make bad decisions and regret those things and pay for those mistakes for the rest of their life. I'm lucky enough that I haven't had that issue yet. Hopefully, I never will. Hopefully, my kids never will. Kind of puts things into perspective for me. Kind of puts me in a perspective. It put things in this perspective for me that I can thank God that um, I am where I am. That His blessings that He's given me, I don't want to take them for granted. I want to be thankful for them, each and every single one, for as long as I have it, because it's not guaranteed forever, and it's not guaranteed for my lifetime, because it's not going to be there around there forever. Hopefully, the blessings of my children will be around for all eternity. But that's on me to teach them. That's on them to make those decisions themselves. So that's how we do things, and that's a nice little short discussion on being angry, because Bob Castellini needs to sell the Reds, and if he does, I will thank God for giving him the wisdom to do so. And I'm sure the entire city of Cincinnati will be happy as well. Unless there's any dirty St. Louis Cardinals fans living in there, and nobody likes them. That being said, the show coming up this week, I don't have any guests mentioned yet. I did get I saw a good article this morning. Guy posted it, Anglican guy posted it online that he had written. It was about talking about the Old Testament in church, talking about the Old Testament in our Christian lives, why it's important. And I think that I've offered him an invitation to come on and talk about it. If he doesn't, I will still talk about the article from my point perspective. Maybe I'll invite somebody else to come on with me and discuss it. But I'd like to get him on because I'm bringing these folks on from different denominations. We had Hans Feeney, he's a Lutheran. I wouldn't mind getting another person on here who's Lutheran. I would love Hans to get on here and talk about, what Lutheranism means to him and why he thinks that we should be Lutheran. Just like I want to get people on from these different denominations. What's your argument for us seeing things the way that you see them? That would be great. But I don't know anybody off the top of my head who's Anglican, so bringing him on, having him talk about that, but also specifically because we are doing our read through of when we're in the beginning still of the Old Testament. And the Old Testament is 70-75% of the Bible, I think. So it's kind of important. And what I was talking to my friends this weekend about with the in regards to the Old Testament was, um, the Old Testament is a lot of God speaking directly, speaking without a whole lot of mystery to it. And so that's important because we don't really have God speaking to us in that way in the New Testament, except for with the Gospels. Revelation is Revelation is an enigma. Trying to find that out. People love discussing it, but it's not a clear cut thing. And we have Christ's vision to Paul, but a lot of the New Testament is Paul talking, Timothy talking, and stuff like that outside of the Gospels. So the Old Testament, it's got a lot of God's word in there. And the Old Testament points to Christ. And Christ's arrival is affirmed by the prophecies laid down in the Old Testament. So it's good to know your roots, know where you come from, know what the foundation of Christianity is based on is that original covenant that God established with the Israelites, so that all that stuff builds up to Christ arriving and dying for our sins. So that'll be good. We're going to talk about that this week at some point, but we'll still be going through Numbers. And let me see. Let me do a quick search here. Boop, 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 boop. How many more chapters do we have in Numbers? We'll be in. We'll still be in Numbers for the next 2 weeks, I think. So, but like I said, like to get some other guests on here to talk about things. The other guy, like I said, the other guy that I've been trying to reach out to, he gave up Twitter for Lent, so we won't be able to read any of my messages to him until Lent's over. Hopefully, he comes back. Maybe he'll see the light and leave Twitter. It'd be better. That's more wholesome for everybody. But yeah, so we'll be talking about an article. Hopefully, we get a guest on here. Not is what it is. We'll talk about it anyway. Numbers, and that will be the show for this week. Following week, Tuesday, Eric Rollon, normally scheduled guest. Love it. Come on, view him. And in the meantime, getting close to 25 minutes here. In the meantime, it's okay to be mad. It's okay to be angry. Don't let it get the better of you. Don't let it push you into decisions you shouldn't make. It's okay to be in a bad mood. And when it is, try to find an outlet for it. Try to find some way to deal with it, or just, go someplace that'll make you happy. Spend time with people that'll make you happy. Don't let your bad mood, let them take your bad mood away and take your bad mood off of your soul. And don't let your bad mood drag them down with you. Remember the goal of spending time with people. And if you feel like that's just not it for you, go take a nap, go eat something, spend some time on your own, right? Don't let it consume you. Don't let it consume you. And remember, these are petty things. It's not worth stewing over. I'm already feeling better until the next notice that I get from, because right now I'm ready for Jonathan India and Tyler Stevenson to be traded for a player to be named later. That's right where I'm at yet. And it's not just them. It's It's the Jersey Devils. That's my hockey team. Jersey Devils just stinking it up. Can't get anybody in goal. Can't seem to just put a team with any chemistry together. We haven't been good since Martin Brodeur. Martin Brodeur is the reason I became a Jersey Devils fan, because I was a goalie in soccer. He was a goalie in hockey. He was a rookie when I started watching. Devils were awesome. Haven't been good since he left. The whole reason I have a beard is because of Martin Brodeur. Because they win the last Stanley Cup he played, or playoff he went to. They went to the Stanley Cup, Game 6 in the Stanley Cup Finals. And I grew a playoff beard. And my wife thought I wouldn't be able to do it. I said, no, I'm going to do it. And then it would have been like back here, because the Stanley Cup playoffs last forever. It's literally so long that the regular season in hockey and the NHL is just preseason. It's just preseason and posturing for and positioning for the Stanley Cup playoffs. Takes forever. So my beard was out here, and she liked it, so I kept it. You will rarely see me without a beard. I think I've only not had one twice since 2012. Maybe 3 times. Maybe I've shaved my face completely 3 times since 2012, and it was never for any length of time. It came right back. So I've got that frustration. Got the frustration with the Reds. Got the frustration with the Devils in hockey. We'll see what Notre Dame does this year. It's looking okay. It's looking okay, but I'm perfectly prepared to be disappointed in sports. Hopefully, I won't let it rub off. Hopefully, I'm a better example about it in the future with my kids. So, you guys, if you're tuning in, it's awesome. I love you. Keep it up. Hope you guys are safe out there. Hope you guys are doing well. If you're not, reach out. I can do I can do what I can. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube, and you can find me on Rumble. Rumble's not working tonight. Another issue. That's why I'm late. Technical issues, and Rumble didn't want to stream tonight. So, but you can find me on those avenues. Reach out to me. Reach out to a friend. Get help. Right. I'm not talking about, I mean, not this doesn't have to be something as severe enough as depression. It could just be loneliness. It could just be lonely, or you could just be struggling with something and you just don't know the answer and you're dealing with uncertainty. Uncertainty is such a powerful thing, and can weigh us down so much. I know I can't stand uncertainty. So reach out to me, reach out to somebody. Keep viewing in, keep coming in, and please comment, like, and subscribe. Love you guys. Be safe. Good night. God bless.